Example 8. Graph each line. Then state its slope and y-intercept. All right, in part A, the equation of the line we're looking at is y equals -3. Okay, so again, if you glance at the equation in part B, it's x equals 6. So anytime you've got y equals a number or x equals a number, you're dealing with either a horizontal or vertical line. You've just got to keep track of which one is which. Okay, so if this helps you, okay, like I said, when we think of lines, we're always thinking y equals mx plus b. Okay, this one in part A, y equals -3, we can write it this way. It's y equals 0 times x minus 3. Okay, so if we write it that way, this is actually y equals mx plus b form. Since the x is multiplied by 0, that makes it vanish, and then you just get left with y equals -3. So if you look at this equation in this form, the y equals mx plus b form, you can clearly see that the slope of this line is 0. Okay, that's the number in front of x. And the y-intercept is -3. Okay, so again, this would be your m value, and this would be your b value. Okay, and then since the slope is 0, you're dealing with a horizontal line. Okay, and that is what we learned in our rules above in the box. Okay, if you're dealing with a horizontal line, that's going to be y equals the number. Okay, so let's go ahead and graph out this line. Okay, so the easiest thing to do here, we know the y-intercept is -3, so we need to locate -3 on the y-axis. So it's going to be this point right here. Okay, and then all you need to do is draw a horizontal line through this point. Okay, so here we go. That's it. Done. Okay, this is the line y equals -3. Okay, all right, if we move on to part B, okay, the equation has changed to x equals 6. Okay, if you tried to do what I did in part A and try to write it in y equals mx plus b form, you absolutely can't do it. Okay, because there's no y here. Okay, so that's a big hint that there's going to be no slope. And so it's going to be a vertical line. Okay, again, we learned in the rule box up here, if you've got an equation that says x equals a number, that's a vertical line. Okay, so this is going to be, I'll put this one in a different color. This one's going to be a vertical line because it's x equals. Okay, vertical lines have no slope. Okay, or you can also write that the slope is undefined. Okay, let's draw the picture first, and then we should be able to write down the y-intercept. Okay, so since this equation is x equals 6, the way you're going to graph it is you're going to locate 6 on the x-axis. Okay, so that's going to be right here, and then you're just going to draw a vertical line, which is up and down through this point. Okay, so it's going to look like this. All right, so that's it. This is going to be your line x equals 6. Okay, vertical has no slope. So now what's left? You need to write down the y-intercept. Okay, this red line never intersects the y-axis. Okay, so there is no y-intercept. Okay, it has an x-intercept, but that's not what was asked for here. Okay, there is no y-intercept. Okay, so that was another, this example, example 8, was just more practice with dealing with vertical lines and horizontal lines. Okay, one more time, vertical lines have the format x equals a number, horizontal lines have the format y equals just a number.